G'day guys, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Great week on the racetrack. I think we had 7 runners and they all raced really well. We had 2 thirds at Werribee with Brianna first up, who I think that was probably almost a career best run for Brianna, so that was great. She's in for a great prep, I'd say. And we had Bjorn Pretty, who, as consistent as always, she ran home strongly for thirds. I think she'll probably have the one more start, and then I think she'll go off to be a mum. So that's a new life ahead for her. But all raced really well. And then on Tuesday we went to Geelong and we saddled up Old Severn Road, and that's as tough a wind as you get. He was 4 wide until they got over the back and come at him, and he kept running away from him. He would have gone another lap, I'd say. And in the last race we saddled up Aloof. He's had a funny old prep, the boy. He bit up and down. He won his first start this prep, and yeah, he was too strong again on Tuesday. Tactics were to go forward on him, and yeah, Damien certainly got him out of the gates well, and he found the front, come back under him nicely, and gave a really good kick at the top of straight. Yeah, like Severn Road, they sort of never looked like catching them on that Geelong synthetic surface, so yeah, no, certainly suits good front running horses like them. Congratulations to all the owners. I certainly think Aloof heard you. He certainly ran that little bit faster once he heard you cheering, so well done to all you boys. You stuck loyal, and yeah, hopefully there's a few more wins in store with him.
Yeah, thanks James. Certainly was a good week. I don't think it's been a while since I trained a double, probably a couple of years anyway. Righto, now races this week. We head off to, look, I've got Severn Road in at Geelong on Friday. Same track, same distance. He just drops a kilo, goes up grade, drawn 1. I normally wouldn't probably back a horse up in 3 days. It's something sort of just normally wouldn't do, but geez, he's pulled up good, and there's nothing for him for about 3 or 4 weeks. So, you know, you could probably, if he does back up, we can probably afford to give him sort of a week in the paddock and then have another 3 weeks to sort of get him ready for another race. So I'll certainly, we'll take him for a trot in the morning, and if he's nice and bright and well, we'll have a roll of the dice. If there's any query at all and he's not 100%, I certainly won't be putting him under that sort of pressure, but he's an absolute old ripper, that old horse. That's Friday. Now Saturday we go to Bendigo, the Elmore Cup. Now I got Macrobius. He ran a beautiful race first up, got beat about 3 or 4 lengths in a 1300 metre race, goes up to a mile. He's drawn terrible, but that mile start at Bendigo is pretty forgiving of barriers. He'll roll right across from out wide and probably lead him up or sit outside the leader. Could not possibly be going any better than what he is. His work on Tuesday was really, really good. In fact, I haven't seen him work that strong. He's a 1.5 mile horse in a mile race, but he doesn't sort of race like a dour 1.5 mile horse. He's an on-speed sort of sits outside the leader job, and absolutely wrapped with the way he's going. I expect him to go well, but at the end of the day, whether they're too fast for him over a mile, I'm not sure, but he will run, give a hell of a sight at big odds. That'll be Saturday. Sunday we'll have the day off. I'm actually going olive picking Sunday out at Mike Palmer's place, so that'll give us something a bit different. I've never done that before. Monday, now we'll go up to Wangaratta on Monday. Now I've got a couple of horses in up there. Bjorn Pretty, she went great the other day over 2,000 metres at Werribee. She goes back to Wangaratta, same distance, same grade. I always find horses that have had a run over 2,000 metres tend to run better the second time, probably because you tend to ride them a little bit quiet, conservatively first time at the distance. So next time with the run under that belt, you can be a little bit more positive, and that's what we'll do. She can posse up 4th or 5th rather than 8th or 9th. She'll run a hell of a race. Work this morning was great. I expected her to do a little bit on Saturday morning, and she'll be really, really competitive on Monday. Now I've got a couple of fillies in at also in the 1400 metre maiden. Anacreon went great the other day, but I might just keep her for a mile race. She did a little bit wrong the other day, but she seems to be right at the top of her game, and I want to place her. I think she's a real live winning chance her next race. So I've got her in at Wangaratta, but it just might I might just keep her. And a filly called Olonro's Way got into a bit of trouble first up at Kilmore, but Wangaratta should suit her. Will kick out and go forward and sit in probably the first 2 or 3, and she'll run a much improved race. She's a long way down the ballot order, so it's a little bit of a lottery whether she gets a run. 1400 metre 58, Mosh Fago won really strong the other day and hit the line. Her last 50 was really strong at Geelong. She goes up to Wangaratta on Monday, just really looking for her on top of the ground. If it's a wet track, I won't take her. You saw the scene when I ran her on a heavy track at Geelong. She went really poor, backed her up on the synthetic, and she went great. So just there's nothing available on the synthetic for about a month for her. So so we're going to have to go back to the grass. Our 1400 is ideal, 58 grade's perfect. It's just a matter of whether we get a rain affected track or not. Tuesday, Warrnambool. Now, I've got a couple in there. Prince Ziggy, he's just screaming for a bit of luck. He got caught on the bad side of the track the other day. 1700 metres, Warrnambool, perfect. Jump out, ride him quiet, pull him to the outside and let him rip. He'll run home really, really strong. Only needs an ounce of luck to be right in that finish. And an older horse called Chopsticks. He's back first up. He seems to be going good. He trialled up okay at Werribee through the week, and 1000 metres will probably be a tad short for him, but he did win first up last time in. They'll run along solid. He'll sit back sort of 2/3 of the way back through them and be smoking to the line, and he'll go really well. It just might be a touch short for him, but no doubt he'll run a good race. Head off to Sandown on Wednesday then, and a really nice 2-year-old's going to have his first start called Manza. Trialled up beautifully on Monday at Werribee against the older horses, and he's just screaming for a bit of a trip. I'm going to set him for the nice staying races during the spring as a spring 3-year-old. I just want to put one race day under his belt, so we'll do that Wednesday at Sandown. 1400 metres, jump out, ride him quiet. He's going to naturally put himself handy. I expect him to be probably posse up about 4th or 5th, and be really hitting the line hard. He's absolutely foolproof, this horse. He's bulletproof as far as his education goes, and if they run along and it suits something coming from midfield, no doubt he'll be smoking home at a really, you'll get big odds about him only because he's one of mine having his first start in town, but he's well above average, and expect him to go well.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse is a horse called Chopsticks. He featured a bit on the video last year, and he had a trial the other day at Werribee and tried up all right. He ran second, and yeah, Jamie's got him nominated on Tuesday at Warrnambool. He won first up at Warrnambool over 1200 last prep. This time in, it'll be over 1000 metres, so he'll probably get back, and they'll probably be a bit too fast for him early, but yeah, he'll be running on strongly, I'd imagine, and yeah, certainly his fitness and everything like that is really good, and yeah, I'm sure he's in for a good prep.
Hi guys, been another busy week. As I said last week, I had my last day of filming for Ride Like a Girl on Thursday, and indeed it was my last day of filming, so it's been a good experience to get out there and film a bit of that, and really looking forward to seeing how the movie turns out. I think it comes out in about a year or so, so we've got a while to wait, but looking forward to that. Now we can focus on the riding again, 100%. We've had 8 rides during the week, including saluting on Tuesday at Geelong on the Old Boy Severn Road. Really loves that Geelong synthetic track, and as he did last time we combined for a win, he got to the front and really didn't look like getting run down. He gave a real good kick at the top of the straight and won really well. So for the week ahead, we could be going 2 in a week with the old boy. He's down to run at Geelong on Friday, depending on how he pulls up, which from what I know, he's put up pretty well, so hopefully he can find a second win in a week. And we got one at Ballarat Sunday, a horse called Lady Pie, who I've ridden before, whose form doesn't look great on paper, but she actually tried up okay at Geelong Wednesday, so we'll see how she goes on Sunday. So hopefully we can partner the old boy to another win again, and we can talk about that next week.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Great week last week. All the horses raced really well, and could have had a really good week if Little Anacreon could have just finished. And I think she got beaten a short half head for second, ended up running 4th, but she looks like she's got a foot right on the till. Really good news too. Bjorn Pretty, who's been a bit of a stable stalwart, and she's probably been a bit of an unlucky sort of mare. One of the current owners is going to buy out the other owners. We're going to breed from her, so she's such a good sort of a horse. I've no doubt she's going to throw a ripping sort of foal. So we'll keep a real close eye on her progression as a mare, and then hopefully in not too distant future we've got a couple of nice little foals running around out of Bjorn Pretty, but she's probably just going to have 1 or 2 more starts and then head off to stud. So I think she's going to go to a stallion called Rich Enough. He was a very fast horse, great 3-year-old by Written Tycoon, so you would hope that being a first season stallion, he's going to be pretty competitive, pretty commercial here in Victoria. Till next week, see you later.
He gave a good kick at the straight, and no, that's all right, that's all right, I'll change that.
Yes, mate.